There's a series. It's going to be one of those 3, 4, 5. So it's a mini series they're going to be doing on HBO or Showtime. Is that
Showtime?
On Showtime, and it's called Escape at Dannemora.
Directed by Ben Stiller.
Pretty cool. And Sergio Dudin is from Ilion, and he was on set and was an extra. Good morning, Sergio. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, Bill?
Good. So tell me what that was like.
That was an amazing experience.
I'll bet.
I was a non-union background extra, and I got the information to how to get a hold of them probably a couple of months earlier.
Yeah.
But I talked to Mr. Buckley, and he got me all the information. So
you mean the czar, the film czar, and future Grand Marshal of the St. Patrick's Day Parade, Paul Buckley?
The absolute film czar of
yes.
Central New York.
That's right. So, and he got, so they were looking for, and this is what happens. They'll reach out to Paul and say, hey, we need this. And he's gotten a reputation for being able to facilitate things for these guys when they're taping upstate.
Where did they shoot? Did you have to go all the way up to by Plattsburgh, or did they shoot around here?
Oh, no. It was shot where I was right at the prison, at the Dannemora prison.
Okay.
And so were you around for any of the big names? Did you see anybody? Did you? So you're saying it was a great experience. You had to see somebody.
I actually was like a background for a couple of scenes, and in one of them that I know of, because the other one I might have been way in the background because I didn't even know where the camera was.
Yeah.
But in the one scene that I was in, that I walked right past Patricia Arquette.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What? By the way, how much money do you make as a non-union member?
Yeah, I'm not going to disclose that. It's not a lot, but it was more the experience of doing it.
I was on the there was this, what was it called? They did a show, and they were going around and doing radio shows. This had to be about 15 years ago. They were doing radio shows, and it was on the Game Show Network, and it was Radio Games or something like that. And they'd come in, and they would tape a radio station, whatever contest they were doing. And we were doing, I think ours was, we were doing a Survivor version, a local version of Survivor. And it was a half-hour episode. They came here, and they shot all of this stuff. And then they're like, okay, we're going to give you a two-parter. So we got two episodes on this show. I have it somewhere. Anyway, I got paid $450. That's pretty good. Yeah, it was apparently the base wage of... So I'm like $450. That's pretty cool. I didn't have to do anything.
Sergio didn't want to say what it was, but can I ask you? Is it just a flat rate, or do you get travel consideration? Do you get meal allotment?
The whole key was they were looking for local background extras.
Okay.
So I figured, they're coming out of New York City. That's where who contacted me.
Yeah.
Even though the company is based in Burbank, California,
right.
They're not going to know that Ilion isn't really local to Plattsburgh or Dannemora, to Dannemora. So that's what I was hoping on. So I had no travel or expense thing. So it pretty much balanced out. It was almost like I took a couple of days off from my regular job. And
let's just say Sergio doesn't want to say how much he made, but I was driving through Ilion yesterday, and I saw that Mercedes in your front yard. Not bad. Not bad, Sergio.
Did you see the guy? He had to be waxed. I told him to wax it twice.
Yes. It's amazing. It's like he's got a 12-hour shift.
He's making sure the guy he hired is doing the right job.
So, but it's, I find whenever, and, I've seen some stuff that's been done up here and also in New York City when, I forgot what movie James Woods was in, but we were staying at the Marriott Marquis. This was quite a few years ago. While the movie was being filmed, and I look right out my window down into Times Square, and there was the movie going. The whole time that I was there, they were making this movie. And every day we'd get down and we'd stand. For me, maybe because I'm in media, I'm more interested in, I'm watching the camera guys and the lighting and the guy with the mic boom. And then, there's James Wood, and they're putting makeup on him, and it was really, really cool. And I'm sure that's the experience you had, but you were there for at least extended period, which had to be incredible. It
was incredible to watch, like you say, all the setup, all the different. Everybody was a professional. Everybody had a job to do. They knew what they had to do. Setting up the rails for the camera. You had a carpenter there to make sure it was square, and then he made sure it was level. and you got a whole bunch of assistants running around all over the place, just getting the shots ready.
Yeah.
And that was on the side of being actually on the film. There was a lot that you're just standing around waiting. But like I was like you, I was just so fascinating watching every little detail that was happening. I was so involved with that I didn't even realize that I was standing right next to Ben Stiller.
Wow.
So I heard his voice. I heard his voice, and I looked over, like, without turning my head, and I go, oh, my God, he's literally right next to me.
That's so cool. And you got to act cool about this.
Yeah.
Right? Otherwise, you're off the set. That's like, sorry, no crazy fans
I was
here.
just looking for direction.
Hey, could you sign my pass here? That'll get you kicked out.
So how many days were you there for the shoot? How long were the days?
I worked Monday, I think it was Monday, September 18th.
Of
and
last
then
year.
I was on standby for September 19th. But once they told me they weren't going to need me in that shot, in those shots, I pretty much left.
Now, what the next part of this is, when is the movie coming out? Because it's starting to get a lot of press now.
Yes. Okay, so they posted the date.
Keep calling it a movie.
It's Sunday, November 18th. The first episode, because this is a miniseries, is scheduled to be on Showtime at 10 p.m.
All right. Do you have any idea when, which episode you'll be in, or probably not at this point?
Well, looking at the paperwork that I have, I don't know which episode, but it does say Season 1.
Okay. All right. Well, you're in Season 1. So we'll be watching. This will be pretty exciting to be looking for you. Maybe we'll get a picture of you, so we'll post it online, so when people are watching this thing, they can be like, there he is.
Well, this is going to be the hard thing, because makeup. I kind of didn't want makeup. So they use me. You'll see the back of my head, and that's my best side, So that's without makeup.
So this will be me and my wife. There he is. No, I don't think that's him. Yeah, I think that's it. He's got.
Look at the hairline.
Yeah,
Come on.
That's totally him. All right, then we'll put a picture of the back of your head online so people can see. So.
Matter of fact, we'll take that and we'll glue it to the back of my head, because that's what people usually see.
Yeah. I was going to say we could use Jeff Manaski as my body double, because I always see the back of his head.
That is true, yes. Always the back of Manaski's head. All right, Sergio, really cool. And listen, it's just, and even just knowing that you were there and you got the paycheck, I'm sure you took a picture of that, and that had to be really cool. Yes, it was. Yeah. It was really cool. And actually, there was a whole lot more I could get into, but you're probably running out of time. You tell me if it's big, if it's worth it. You tell us. Well, standing next to Ben Stiller, at first I'm thinking, don't say anything, don't draw any attention, blah, 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 blah. He was, like, directing cameras. So he had several cameras going, and told him the cameraman what he wanted, this and that and the other. And so that shot took, I don't know how many takes, took a lot of takes. And a lot of time. So after maybe the third time, and I'm still standing next to him, I just sort of said, hi, how you doing? I love your work, type of stuff. And then as we kept on going on the weights, started getting into a conversation with him. Wow. So I actually told him an anecdote that made him laugh out loud, and he said that was just great. Well, okay, you got to tell us what you said. What did you say that made him laugh? Okay, so I said, can I tell you a funny little thing that happens at our house? And he goes, yeah, go ahead. And I go, okay, well, my 17-year-old daughter, she's not 17 now, she's 18. My 17-year-old daughter always warns my mother-in-law that you better behave or I'm going to send you off to that nursing home where Ben Stiller is the orderly, the Happy Gilmore movie. He just laughed out loud at that.
Guess what? Now your back's going to hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty.
That is funny. All right, give us one more. Give us one more, Sergio.
Okay, well, the shots that I was in was like right outside the prison. On the west wall side, there's like employee parking lots, and it's on tiers. Yeah. So there's a long concrete staircase that's coming down along the wall. So as I pass Patricia Arquette, because they're still filming, you got to keep on walking till they say cut. Mm-hmm. So like before she comes downstairs, there's another extra that walks down, another like a prison employee extra walking down. She comes down, I get the cue to go ahead and then turn onto the staircase and pass her and just keep on going up. Yeah. And behind her by about maybe 20 feet are two prison guards coming to work, also extras. Yeah. So it was extremely hot, and it was extremely boring. So I started, every time I walked by, I'd come up with saying something. And when we got done one of those two guys, and they were both cracking up. He says, it was incredible because every time we started, we were thinking, what's he going to say now? He was coming up with the craziest stuff as I passed by.
You were kind of you became a little character there as an extra.
Well, yeah, I tried to lighten things up.
Now, did you play the role of a prison guard?
I originally signed up to be a prison inmate.
Okay.
Because I fell within the criteria that they were looking for. At least I thought. Actually, I got too jovial a face. Once I saw the people that were doing the prison people, I'm going, ooh, these guys are scary. But I was my role was a civilian or non-corrections officer prison employee.
Okay. Well, it sounds like it was a pretty cool.
The one that brought him oh, no, that was the woman. Sorry.
It sounds like it was a pretty cool experience. So, congratulations on that. And this is Escape Dannemora, and it is a series on Showtime, which begins in November. Cool.